What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of us checking out Digimon Links, one of my favorite mobile games really ever right now. I've been having a great time. This game has so much potential in my mind, a lot of potential really as far as what this game is capable of. I love the combat in it. It's very fun 3v3 turn-based combat, and I'm excited as of the date of this video just to see what Coliseum is going to have to offer. I know I personally have a lot more preparation to go. I am so very far behind. I'm just really working on my farming right now, getting all the material and fragments that I need in order to one day be able to do further research with my Mega Digimon and then get them stronger. I really want to be able to have Megas that have attacks that single out one enemy in particular at a time, because again, multiple hitting attacks can be helpful for sure. You know, my Magnamon, for example, is able to hit every enemy on the field, also with the potential of lowering attack, which is important, I do believe, but again, that's more of a farming tool, unfortunately, just because the direct damage that is dealt is not nearly as strong as, say, anything that Omegamon, for example, or Omnimon, if you prefer, is capable of. Anyway, just to move on, Bandai Namco, if and when you guys do ever happen to watch this is just a small list of things I feel like the game can improve upon. Not to say that what you guys have done so far isn't amazing, I just think there's a lot more potential possible here. And to start off, really, I just think the story could use some work, just because I feel like there isn't much of one. I don't know if that was the initial thoughts right off the bat, like let's just make something to make people grind through a lot, because don't get me wrong, the grind is kind of fun, but I just feel like there's not enough for us to really fall in love with, unfortunately. I mean, yes, we love the cast of characters, but in the end, is that really what's gonna keep this game going on in the long run? And sure, maybe a story can only get you so far, but there are multiple games, mobilely speaking, that do carry on a decent amount of story. Fire Emblem Heroes, for example, updates their storyline regularly, and I'm sure there are many other mobile games out there that do so as well. And the thing is, there are many seasons to the Digimon franchise, and for none of those to be touched on, or an original story at all to be used, I think is kind of a wasted opportunity in my opinion. I do hope that story elements are included into the game very quickly and soon, just because Hina, I believe her name is, the girl that helps us kind of through the tutorial modes of the game in the beginning, and throughout she always appears and such through loading screens. She's like the only bit of story we really get when going through like the beginner adventures and exploring, trying to get from like level 1 to I believe it goes up to what, 19 is it? There isn't much story. She has like a little bit of flavor text in between, but it's more so just like, oh, this seems like a water server, waves are crashing, oh no, and that's about it. And she's like a really cute, cool character and all, but I just wish there was more, at least maybe to her, or maybe us trying to save the digital world to some degree. And you know, like Digimon or other anime series, how there's always an antagonist that appears or reappears throughout the series, throughout the whole entire season, what have you. I just think that's something that can be utilized here as well. That way, I mean, again, the breeding aspect is pretty fun, it has good depth to it. The battling system is fun and has great depth to it as well. But again, there is no real story or characters for us to fall in love with, other than we enjoyed the show when we were young, and Digimon Adventure Tri is amazing for sure, but I just want more of a story element to it, I should say. I know we do have video games out there like Digimon Cyber Sleuth. We do have that Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory that's coming out as of the date of this video, and I'm really looking forward to that game. And you guys might say fans of the franchise can get their story through Hacker's Memory and future titles from there, and while you might be correct, I don't see any reason for there not to be. I mean, I'm sure this game is making a decent amount of money for the company, and so for not enough funds to be put towards a story yet, I think is a little disappointing in my mind. But again, what you guys have here is really fun. I would just love to see you guys push it to the next level, please. It would be very great. And for those of you that agree with me, please let me know in the comment section, or better yet, tweet Bandai Namco. They're very easy to find on Twitter and on Instagram as well, even on Facebook. They all have social media accounts, so if you can, please let them know. I mean, Digimon Links even has their official Instagram account as well, at Digimon Links, and you can let them know. I have sent them a direct message before, just saying like, hey guys, like, just so people can get more into the game and kind of build your audience even further, or to further just support the audience that you currently have. Maybe have a hashtag Digimon of the day, and maybe do that once to maybe twice a week, if not every day of the week, you know, because there are a lot of Mega Digimon in the game, and there are a lot of all different levels of Digivolution in the game, and I just think that they should all be represented. And another thing is, the game doesn't do a super great job of letting letting you know the potential attacks that your Mega Digimon can learn eventually, as far as, you know, there are Digimon that have DNA 1, quote unquote, and DNA 2 attack signature skills, I should say. You know, some of them will hit single enemies, like I mentioned earlier, or they'll try to hit every enemy, and it's important to know what kind of Digimon you're going for, because I am someone that really wants to have a Mega Gargomon, for example, but it is unfortunate for me that I don't know if Mega Gargomon is going to be the most competitive battler in the end, at least in the Coliseum, so to speak, just because the only signature skill it has right now is a fire attack that tries to hit every enemy on the field for decent damage, I'll say, but at the same time, not really what I want to go for. I would prefer to have an option, and I hope that you guys also, Bandai Namco, if you're listening, I hope you are somehow. I mean, eventually you guys can update the game so that way every Digimon can have at least one of each kind of attack, whether it's going to be hitting every enemy on the field or only one at a time, you know, and also for a way to try to manipulate that system as well by use of, I don't know, some sort of new fragment you guys want to introduce to the game to where we can then learn a new attack, because legacy skills can be adopted from other Digimon, but again, signature skills cannot be taken into account and learned from other Digimon as well, and I think that's a missed opportunity for sure, because as a competitor in this game, we want to be able to make the Digimon our own Digimon and customize them to how we see fit, and to make them as competitively capable as possible. And by being limited by such a small unnecessary means, I think is kind of a misstep. And so if you guys could please do that, I'm sure not only myself but many other fans of your game would really appreciate it. Again guys, if you agree with me at all, let them know on social media. If enough voices are seen and heard, then they could do something about it. Stuff like this has happened before with many other franchises in the world, you know, there are nods and fan service given to so many different franchises. I would love to see Digimon Links go the distance in a mobile route, and just to see the Digimon franchise get bigger than ever before. I love that Digimon Adventure Tribe really brought things back, and then we have games like Digimon Story series that is building up even more fandom. I've been looking forward to playing them more often now, even more than ever before, all because of Digimon Links, and I just think Digimon Links can be pushed even further. So guys, whatever ideas you think you would like to see, please let us know in the comment section, and again, let Bandai Namco know as well, because we can be heard. Be sure to tag Bandai Namco, be sure to tag Digimon Links on Instagram and such, because again, the more times they hear it, the more often they're going to want to feel compelled to do something to make their fan base happy, because in the end, we're voting with our wallets, and if they're not making enough money off of us, then they might not want to do anything about it. But if we continue to show that we are giving them support and that we want certain things from them, then they might be willing to do so and oblige. And so guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great one. Again, any suggestions you have, please let us know and let them know. Have a great one. Later.